Looks like Floyd Mayweather just tried to get out of the fight. Or at least like that's what it looks like to me. Um but listen, it's obvious that once or at least to me that once Floyd Mayweather made it big in in boxing, you know, he started picking and choosing his fights. You know, he was very strategic about who he would face a lot of times. And you know, it's been a while since he's had to face somebody when without having all the cards on his side. You know, and I think because of the money problems, he had to make a kind of like a rash decision in taking this fight. And this is why we kind of looking at Mayweather at a disadvantage, and he hasn't felt this way since the De La Hoya fight. You know, to where he's going into a fight because he has to. You know, he's going into a fight because he just has to do it. You know, he needs the money, and I don't know. It that's just what it looks like to me. But by the way, for those of you wondering what's all the noise about, I'm actually cooking at the moment. I don't know if that's gonna be a problem for you guys, but and that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think there was a breach in the contract because he tried to make it seem like it was an exhibition fight, when in reality it was an actual fight. And you know that's kind of messed up because he did get an advance from the contract. He got some money, and usually what happens is when you get, you know, a big chunk of that money, you kind of want to not do it anymore. You kind of start looking at the reality of things, you know, especially fighters. Um, you know, once you make it big, and you know what it feels like to be comfortable and to have enough money and more than enough money, you know, to just chill and relax and stuff like that. It's kind of hard, man, to train for an actual fight, because you best believe, yeah, Mayweather does stay active, right? He stays in the gym training, but it's different. Like I said before, it's different to an actual fight, to prepare for somebody who's also ready. It's different for you to prepare for another boxer than for you to prepare for some random YouTuber, or you know, some other exhibition fight from some guy who doesn't train and doesn't have boxing ability like Pacquiao, or just any other boxer. You know, it's different because you know that when you go in there against somebody who doesn't have the same knowledge of boxing as you, who doesn't train the same way you do, um, who's not dieting the same way you are. Uh, it's not, you're not preparing for another monster. You know, which is really what you are if you think about it. You're a monster. That dude's a monster. Uh, and you're both preparing to be able to handle pain and to be able to go in there for 12 rounds. And actually, these guys train for more than 12 rounds. You know, they train 15 rounds, sometimes 20 rounds, and they don't train for 3 minutes. They go for 5 minutes. You know, 15 5-minute rounds is crazy. Put the flame down a little bit. Be slow. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's what I feel happened, man. I mean, he just he realized what he was doing, and he thought to himself, you know, what am I doing? You know, yeah, I needed the money, but god damn, waking up in the morning for a jog, you know, having to wake up in the morning for a jog and having to for real, you know, start all over again. It's hard. That's what I feel is going on. But anyways, I think I think it's either gonna get canceled or um, or the fight's gonna continue. But you know, it could be mind games. It could be that. Floyd Mayweather has been known for mind games, but at the same time, I don't know. Even if the fight happens, I really don't know who to pick because these guys are old. They're not the same. Um, I would lean towards Mayweather because his particular type of skills do last a little longer on the body and on the brain. In Pacquiao, you know, we've seen Pacquiao fight in an exhibition fight before, and it wasn't going too well for him. So I would lean towards Mayweather, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Pacquiao beats Mayweather, because him backing off or it seems like he was trying to back off from this one. Just to me seems like like he doesn't want to do it anymore. You know, so yeah, he just doesn't want to do it anymore. You know, and not a good sign. You know, but Pacquiao's old, man. So they're both old. So you really don't know what's gonna happen. And so you're gonna have to wait and see. But I don't know who to pick, to be honest with you guys. I do not know who to pick. I'm kind of leaning towards Mayweather, but then I'm thinking about it. It's like Pacquiao actually wants it more, judging by what's going on, you know, with this recent news. So it's like I don't know. But it just goes to show you like that Mayweather's just been used to being picking his fights for so long. You know, so Mayweather's not just going back to his boxing days. He's not gonna just have to go back to his boxing days. He's gonna have to go dig back to the days where he wasn't the ASAP. Why? Because this fight, he's not really in charge of it. He's not really doing it because he wants to do it. He's doing it because he needs to do it. You know, because he needs the money. So this is why I'm kind of doubting that Mayweather can win this fight. Is because of that. But anyways, you guys let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.